When cocky fighters get destroyed. In competitive sports, there's a fair share of boasting and showboating pulled by all competitors. Whether it's to make a statement, be entertaining, or taunt, it catches the audience's eye every time. But sometimes, that cockiness backfires in an even more spectacular way. And today, we're going to be enjoying just that, with some moments when cocky fighters get destroyed. First off, the perfect opening example of this. In this square-off, two men, one in white trunks and the other in blue, are going at it with no holds barred. Particularly, the fighter in white seems to be taking the upper hand, hammering away at his opponent with his superior height and reach, all while taking a steady stance. With a blazing kick, he trades blows with the fighter in blue before they both stagger back. Annoyed, he slams his fists together, egging his opponent on and taunting him. As they race to collide with the finishing blow, the fighter in white swings and misses, whereas his opponent lands a clean jab to his cheek, sending him into the ground and the audience into hysterics. Don't get too cocky, even when you have the advantage. Otherwise, they'll take the advantage, plus you'll flop to the ground like a cartoon character. Number 3. Making mistakes in the arena leads to brutal punishment with great fighters, and American fighter David Gardner experienced that firsthand against world-ranked lightweight Shinya Aoki. As Aoki has Gardner in a bind from behind, the American makes the bold move to wave to the camera and proclaim, "Hello, Japan." Harshly underestimating the weight of what he did, Aoki pounced on the movement of his arm to lock him in a chokehold, and one that Gardner just couldn't shake off. The men tumble on their backs before the American taps out and is released to catch a deep breath. A mistake can be as minor as a greeting to the audience, but pro fighters know how to turn them into match-ending punishments. And Shinya Aoki took that opportunity perfectly. Number 4. Our next cocky fighter might be the most boastful we have, and his name is Michael Venom Page. During his bout with Douglas Lima, it's clear from the beginning that Page is being dramatic. Bouncing around the ring, throwing haymakers and roundhouse kicks, and jumping on his opponent, the fighter is asking for trouble, right? Well, during round 2, about 4 minutes and 30 seconds in, he leaps at his opponent and falls to his knees before being served a knockout uppercut to the jaw. As the crowd and the commentators scream, Lima lands 2 finishing blows to Page's head before the referee steps in and waves the match to be finished. Hopefully, Page will understand in the future that sometimes the more you show off, the harder you fall. Number 5. Yet again, we have a fighter, this time from the UFC, who thinks that he can dance around the ring unscathed. Oluwale Bamgbose meets his opponent, Alessio Di Chirico, and immediately disrespects the man by taunting him at the weigh-in, denying the face-off at the beginning of the match, and of course, prancing around the ring for several minutes of the fight. However, Di Chirico isn't planning on letting his dramatic opponent continue. As the second round begins, he lays into Bamgbose with fierce punches, leading him into a corner. Finally, as he grabs the showboat by the head, he delivers 2 decisive knee jabs, the second of which knocks Bamgbose out, delivering comeuppance as well. If the audience is cheering after you faceplant onto the floor, maybe it's time to reevaluate how you conduct yourself in a fight. Number 6. While some cocky fighters have a history of being cocky, some just choose to act that way at the moment. In this short and sweet exchange, the fighter in all white trunks has a constant smile on his face as he races around his opponent in white and black trunks. Repeatedly leaning his face in and taunting his rival as the second round is seconds from ending, he's clearly confident that he'll survive the fight. And as expected with these cocky fighters, he's swiftly slammed to the ground with a kick to the nose, ending the fight in a glorious and satisfying finish. Number 7. In another short and sweet knockout, the fighter with an amazing mohawk stares down his opponent with arms outstretched, inviting him to bring it on, with 5 seconds left in the match. When his opponent accepts the challenge, the regret in the aggressor's stance is clear. And before he can put up any reasonable defense, his opponent socks him right below the mohawk with a kick, laying him down straight against the wall of the ring. Even with a distraction on his head, he couldn't pull out a victory in the end. Number 8. In the third of our series of fast and brutal takedowns, this one is just hard to watch. As the fighters touch gloves, one in orange and one in black, the tide of the brawl quickly becomes one-sided. With little hesitation, the one in orange slams his opponent with a kick to the head, and then spends about 10 seconds beating him with punches non-stop. From when he's standing to when he's falling post-knockout, the fighter in orange is uninterested in showing mercy. This is one of the matchups where the ferocity of the victor outweighs the cockiness of the victim, surprisingly. Number 9. And finally, the comeuppance to end them all comes in this fight, with the two wearing black and blue trunks and black and red trunks. As the former begins to fall on the losing side, he gets visibly angry and grits his teeth in an attempt to intimidate and be boastful at the same time. They exchange blows to no victor for several minutes until the fighter in black and blue shakes his head dramatically and is quickly bopped with his opponent's knee and knocked out. Even though he was wearing black and blue, he probably should have been wearing red to match how his face probably looks after that knee. So, what did you think about our list? Did we miss any moments that you'd add? Any other cocky fighters you'd love seeing get destroyed? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay posted on all of our future releases. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.